Hello, welcome to RC Racing TV. In this edition, as the season draws to a close, we'll take a look at some of the highlights to come in the next season of RC Racing. Our feature race is the 1/8 track Euros from Germany, plus everyone's favourite palm-sized RC kit, the HPI Q32 at Wheelspin Models. And if that's not enough, we even have a kit build RC drone from DeAgostini Modelspace. But first, over to John Hindhoff in Germany.
Here's the HB Europe grid for the EFRA 1/8 Nitro Track Championships here in Germany. On pole position, the Swiss Simon Kurzbusch, and then it's Robert Peach from Germany. Dario Balestri, the European champion, on 3-4. Oliver Mack, Umberto Calari from Italy, and two of his countrymen behind him, Assessor Mazzeo, Francesco Teroni, and then it's Merlin Depter from Germany, another Italian, Nicola Marone, and making up the 10, Max Vogel. Stand by for action, cars are on the ground. Oh, problem for Peach there. It looked like he flamed out just before the buzzer, and the white car has not yet started. That's Kurzbusch away. The Swiss has got a cracking start, and looks like Balestri has come through in a second. Yes, he has. Still Oliver Mack in third in that bright green machine, and just in front of the leaders now, you can see the white car of Robert Peach has got started. There he goes, just underneath the start-finish line. Now that is going to be a drive back of some proportion if he's going to get anything out of this. Kurzbusch, then Balestri, then Mack going through as quick as we can see it into the technical part of the infield with these two really tight hairpins, but you can see the guys have got the hang of it now, and the darker line where the tyres have been doing their work through that really interesting entry to the first of the three hairpins on the far side of the circuit. Across the line then, Switzerland from Italy, from Germany, closing up if my eyes aren't deceiving me, and it looks like Calari's come through into fourth position. So as they were off the grid, just with the exception of Robert Peach, who's not there, he's trying to get something out of this 1/8 Nitro Track Championship in association with HB Europe. Now the leader has got to concentrate because he's starting to get some pressure from Balestri in second place. Balestri just had a little look there. The leader's going wide, but holds on to the power, and again just a little nibble down the inside from Balestri. That's giving him a chance. Looks like the pressure is playing on the mind of Kurzbusch at the head of the field, and look at the third place as well. That's Oliver Mack in the green, and he's right there too. Wow, this could go anywhere at the moment. 75 miles an hour. VMAX at the end of the straight before that very tricky braking area as you're turning into the first of the hairpins. Top five pretty much together with Calari, and I think that's Mazzeo, isn't it, who's in there in fifth position. Top three though, still battling it out, and it's very much going to be who can keep their concentration. Plenty of pit stops to bring the action, and these guys are not leaving anything out there on the circuit at the moment. Much shorter fuel stop or fuel window than the off-road that you've seen here. Just about 4.5 minutes before we see these thoroughbreds of the track world into the pit lane, and as ever, the in, the out, as well as the pit stop itself is crucial. So Kurzbusch now has got himself into his rhythm. Fantastically metronomic laps being clicked off here by the Swiss, who leads from Dario Balestri in the red and white in second. Then it's Mack, and Mack is being closed down on by Calari. Calari now is the man most likely. Calari, 9 times a world champion, knows what to do in these situations. No need to push too hard too soon. There will be the usual concerns about how long the tyres might go and what sort of drop-off we'll have towards the end of the race. Calari in fourth at the moment, but the battle is for the lead, and Balestri is having a little look in that white and red. Won it in Austria last year, you might remember, on a circuit actually not too different from this. with the interesting mix of the tight and twisty and then the flat out blast down to a hairpin, although that is slightly more downhill at the Austrian circuit. This is a much flatter circuit. Curbs very unforgiving here, which is why no one is using them. And this is the tight 3 hairpin centre section, and here's the first pit stops. First 2 are in, so through goes Mack and takes the lead. Oh, there's a change in the pit lane. Unsafe release, possibly. But Balestre is the first of the pit stoppers now and gets out. Dario Balestre for Italy has got away. It looked very close when they came in. Now, who else has just pitted there as well? That was Mack in the green car, has come out. And he's come out between Balestre and Kersbuck. Kersbuck is going to find himself down in 3rd position. Now here is how they came in. This is all fine. This is the VRC Pro replay. Everything's going well, but it just takes a little longer to get the fuel in for Kersbuck, and then, well, really, his team could have kept the position had they put him down right in the middle of the pit lane. There would have been nowhere for Balestre to go. So it is Balestre from Mack now in 2nd place. Watch for the green. And there's 3rd place. Simon Kersbuck, the Swiss, was the pole sitter. We did have, for a moment, being mixed in there as well, the white of Robert Peach, but he's now taken his pit stop and dropped away. Remember, he had an issue on the start and flamed out. Looks like he's not going to be a factor in this one. In 4th position, that's still Kalari in the white with the purple. So it's the top 3 that's changed around, and it's gone in the favour of Dario Balestre. Kersbuck down to 3rd position. He'll be spitting, won't he, about that one. There is Peach just ahead of the leader. Now at the moment he's still on the lead lap, but right on the end of it. And he's going to, his lap times, I'm looking here, are pretty good. He's not really in danger at the moment of having to pull over and allow Balestre to go through. And he'll want to keep that lap, keep on the end of that lead lap, just in case there's some kind of carnage. And of course it does mean that if anything else happens ahead, he can stay on the lead lap. Well, now I think he's going to have to give way here. The referee, in fact, has told him to, and that's fair, because he had dropped back a little bit. And now this is danger time for Balestre. Dario concentrating very, very hard. Goes through past Depta and now into the pits. First of the 2nd pit stops. Now he has come in earlier this time around, but gets a clear pit lane and comes out just behind Kalari, I think. But effectively still leading the race because he's got his pit stop done, of course. And this is going to be very interesting to see when the rest of the cars come in. Now, Kalari, of course, is not having to let him through here. Might be wondering why he's not doing that. But he's due a pit stop, and here he comes. So through goes Balestre. Now the question is, who's behind him? Well, I've just seen the green of Mack, so Mack made his pit stop next lap around. There's Mack. And Peach is still behind as well, having made his 2nd pit stop, but he's now off the lead lap. This is the battle for 4th and 5th. That is Depta. Merlin Depta in the bright orange. That looks like Kalari chasing him down. Kersbuck well back. Now that's interesting. So Simon Kersbuck, who was our fastest qualifier, remember, on pole position in the red and yellow car, made it straight through to the final, and he's struggling at the moment, and he's not really pressuring the front of the field. And that, to me, is a bit of a surprise after his brilliant run earlier on through the weekend.
Well, we'll rejoin John in a few moments, but next up, fancy building your own drone?
DeAgostini Modelspace presents Skyrider Drone. Go to modelspace.com now to discover how you can build and fly your very own radio-controlled drone. Beautifully designed by Pininfarina, Skyrider Drone has an integrated camera, so you can achieve stunning movies and capture incredible pictures. Each month, get your high-quality parts and learn to fly with our step-by-step Flying School magazine. This stunning quadcopter is not available in stores, so go to modelspace.com now and get your exclusive offer today.
So the leader, by the way, is pushing away from all of this. And it's all good news at the moment for Dario Balestri, who, in fact, has had such a decent run. It won't be long, I don't think. Where is he on the circuit? I think he's coming up to lap these guys shortly. There he is. There he is, just in the background. Watch for the red and white car. There it was, the little blur at 75 miles an hour down the back straight. Well, my goodness me. Balestri's used the pit stop tactics perfectly to get himself out into clear air. Maybe that's why he stopped the lap early. But he's done brilliantly here, along with his team. It's only really Oliver Mack from Germany who is anywhere near to the leader. Everyone else has dropped their lap times, or at least their lap times have gone out, should I say. Kalari then with the recovering Peach in the white car. So the purple fronted car is Kalari. This is, believe it or not, third position, so it's been a heck of a drive by Peach, who did a very long first run and stayed ahead of the leaders after flaming out on the grid. Remember, it would have been easy to just throw the towel in at that point, or indeed to try and overdrive, but Robert Peach from Germany is far too experienced for that. And now Kalari feels the heat, and that is Merlin Depter in the orange behind. So this third, fourth and fifth position, and Peach is through. Made that look easy. Made that look very easy indeed. I'm impressed with that. Well, clearly, having qualified in second, he has got the machinery underneath him. That's very impressive. So Peach then goes through in what was a relatively simple pass. Here it is again on the VRC Pro replay. And, well, it's almost like he was let through. Team orders there as Kalari went through. It was very odd. Kalari just losing his concentration, but has picked the pace up. Do you know, I wonder if he's just sitting in behind Peach and looking at the lines there, because Peach is the quickest man other than the leaders, and he is slightly gaining on the leaders at the moment, and considering he started pretty much a lap down, he's done a fantastic job. So as we head on through into the middle portion of this race, we've got, now I think the leaders just come in there. Let's have a quick look down into the pits. Definitely pit stops going on, and I'm pretty certain that Balestri and I think Mack as well have been in and out. So we should expect to see this white car of Robert Peach coming in, if not this time, and he hasn't. Surely it will be the next time around. Now Mack's ahead. Mack's ahead on the pit stops. So brilliant work by Oliver Mack's team. Has gone through into the lead. There are the leaders. The green car in first, and Balestri then has dropped down to second. Onto the hairpins again and round onto the start-finish line. Well, that is a good drive, isn't it, from Olivier Mack from grid 4. Net grid 3, of course, with that issue at the start from Peach. But these two now are battling. Absolutely nose and tail. Kalari keeping out the way as he goes another lap down there. These guys have really got it hooked up here at Ettlingen in Germany for the EFRA 1/8 Nitro Track Championships. Our coverage in association with HB Europe. Now, is that just enough of a gap now for Oliver Mack? He seems to have broken the will, has he, of Dario behind someone with an issue further down the field. I think that was Tironi, was it? As Balestri is just dropping away now, and the times, it's fractions, isn't it? It's fractions, but that is what makes a championship run. Balestri, who was battling right underneath the rear aerofoil of Oliver Mack just 2 or 3 laps ago, is now, some half a second or so behind. Maybe not even that, but there's daylight between them. This is a very, very impressive run by the German at the head of the field. Oliver Mack then hitting his marks. His next danger area is the traffic. I wonder if he'll just pit before he hits that, or whether he thinks he can go through. No, again, good work by the referee and the other drivers, keeping everyone out of the way. But look at just how smooth he is on the sticks. The back end of the car not sliding around. We've seen that with 1 or 2 other drivers. It looks spectacular, but of course, if you're not getting the grip, you're not getting forward momentum. I'm very impressed with this. Marvellous concentration. But Balestri just coming back as he found a second win. The Italian now begins to come back on the leader. And they're very close together. Balestri down the inside. Tries to go the long way around. Tries to cut back into turn 1, but can't make it. But he's there. He's definitely got the car underneath him now. This is amazing stuff from Dario Balestri. I'd written him off. Apologies. I'll have to say sorry to him after the event. He's right there now. He's not going to go down without a fight. Mack versus Balestri at the head of the field. Nobody else is in it. They've lapped. Oh, he's gone off. Balestri's off. Now what's happened there? Did he miss his turn in, or is there a mechanical issue? Let's have a look. There's a mechanical issue. Looks like the steering's gone. And that is an absolute disaster. Fastest part of the circuit, 75 miles an hour. The shake of the hand from the marshal. Now look at this again. He's in the right part of the circuit, but just drifts off to the right-hand side. Clearly no turn in on that. And when it goes back down on all 4 wheels, it does exactly the same thing again. Dario Balestri then will not be able to defend his championship. That is big news, and it also is great news for Oliver Mack now, who he's got time to go and get himself an ice cream here. More than a lap on the rest of the field. Merlin Deptra in second place now, but that's not the gap. Well, it's a lap and that gap. The orange car that you can see. And where has Peach gone? Oh, he's back off the circuit, having flamed out again. And there he has rejoined, but it's not been a good day for the second qualifier, and he has dropped a further lap back now. Well, he looked like he might have been on for a challenge for a podium position. Now here is Depta coming through. He might unlap himself from the leader here, and has. But that is one of the laps I think he was down. And he's now in the pits anyway, so that goes away. Comfortably in second position at the moment. And that was Simon Kersbusch, I think, who was pitting at the same time. His pace just hasn't been there in the final since the early couple of laps. But he is, at the moment, in third position. But again, a further lap down. So Oliver Mack there in the green has basically just got to keep the car under himself now, as the time is ticking away. Got to keep the concentration. Nearly tries off the track there. Well, I wonder if he knows just how close he is to this championship. Comes across the line. Can't be much more than a lap or so left now, as time is about to expire. Here comes Oliver Mack then, starting in grid 4. And there is the checkered flag. And the EFRA 1/8 Nitro Track Championship goes to Oliver Mack of Germany. So here's the confirmation of the results. It's Mack from Depta, and Simon Kersbusch gets third position. Kalari, Maroni, Mazzio, Vogel, Peach, Balestri and Tironi didn't make the distance.
Well, congratulations to Oliver. Now, if you need spare parts or a whole RC kit, head over to Europe's premier RC superstore, Wheelspin Models. This month we're shining a spotlight on HPI's palm-sized chaos machine, the Baja Q32. Yes, you'd be forgiven for thinking you need the HPI Baja Q32 in your life. And if you're in the UK, the perfect place to go test drive one is the huge RC megastore that is Wheelspin Models in Cannock. You can get your hands on thousands of RC products and their expert staff are ready to help you. You can also visit online at wheelspinmodels.co.uk/TV. The HPI Baja Q32 is in stock and ready to ship today. Well, before we go, there's just enough time to take in some highlights from the summer that will be coming to your TV in full soon. Or you could check them out now on www.rcracing.tv.
Well, that's all we've got time for on this month's RC Racing TV, but do not forget to check out modelspace.com for all the fantastic DeAgostini RC and static models, and of course us at rcracing.tv for all the RC action. See you next month.